This is Buried Truth, where ancient scandals meet modern mess. I'm Drasana, and I don't tell these stories like Sunday school. I tell them like true crime, like family drama, like the chaos we still live through today. Because buried in the lies, the betrayal, and the dysfunction, there's still redemption waiting to be found. Come along with me. And before we get into today's episode, I was thinking about this. I don't fit into church. I don't sit there and pretend I have it all together with the perfect smile. I'm messy. I love messy. But I also know where my hope comes from. So I was thinking maybe our names to be the messy ones, because we're still chosen, but we're a little messy. So welcome back, my messy ones. Every family passes something down. For some, it's love and legacy. For others, it's lies, favoritism, and fear. Isaac's family carried both. His story is one of near tragedy on a mountain, cycles of deception, and the kind of family fractures that still make headlines today. If this was a Dateline episode, it would start with a boy carrying wood on his back, walking beside the father who planned to sacrifice him. He was the son his parents had waited decades for, their miracle child, their future. So when his father suddenly announced a trip up the mountain, no one questioned it. But here's what no one knew. This wasn't a camping trip. It was a death march. You see, this wasn't Isaac's first time going to an altar. He'd grown up watching his father build them. He'd seen animals laid down, sacrificed, burned. He knew what worship looked like. In his world, wood, fire, and a lamb. Sacrifices were familiar. In their culture, surrounding nations even offered their children to gods. Twisted rituals, desperate bargains. So when his father prepared wood and fire without an animal, the boy noticed. As they walked together, step after step, the son carried the wood on his back, not knowing it might be for his own death. Finally, he looked at his father and asked the question, "Dad, the fire and wood are here, but where's the lamb?" And the father's answer was vague. God will provide. But his plan was to place his own son on the altar. The father stacks the wood. He ties the boy down. Every motion deliberate. He raises the knife, but just before the blade fell, a voice cut through the silence. Not the boy's, not the father's, God himself. Stop. Don't lay a hand on the boy. In that moment, everything shifted. What the father thought was required was called off, not by hesitation, not by guilt, but by God stepping in. Okay, hold up. So you're telling me that this son is up there about to be sacrificed and he doesn't jump off those sticks? First of all, it couldn't be me, because those sticks would be poking me and scratching me, and I have allergies, and I don't have Benadryl because they didn't have Benadryl at that time. And then you're going to sit here and you're my daddy and you're going to kill me? Oh no, boo. No. You are going to die, not me. Old man, you have lived a good life. Now it's time to go because you ain't killing me. No. Now I've had some messed up stuff in my time, in my childhood, but my daddy putting me on an altar to sacrifice? No. He might have taken me to have dinner during Ramadan before sundown, and while they're prepping it, I fall asleep because I didn't eat all day, and wake up and all the food is gone. And I ask him, "Oh, where's the food?" And he's like, "Oh, that's right, you didn't eat. You know what? It's time to go." You didn't think to get your daughter a plate? Your baby didn't eat all day and you're just sitting there munching. This is good. I'm so hungry. Sun up to sundown, couldn't eat, no water, no nothing. But my baby's fine. She'll stick it out. She's a trooper. No, I wasn't a trooper. Okay. Rant over. That's not my therapy session. Back to the story. And only then, movement in the brush, a ram caught in the thicket, struggling, waiting. Not the interruption, but the provision. The substitute after the mercy. The boy was spared, and the ram took his place. This was a signal, a foreshadow. One day, another son would walk up the mountain carrying wood on his back. But this time, no one would stop the knife because the rescue wasn't for him, it was for us. You would think surviving a moment like that would break a cycle, right? But trauma has a way of becoming inheritance. Years later, when Isaac grew up, he pulled the same stunt his father had. Out of fear, he lied and said his wife was his sister. Same lie, same cowardice, same generational scar. Okay, Messy Drasan is back. So you're telling me that he does the same exact thing his daddy did by throwing his wife under the bus? Is this like passed down generation to generation? I'll honor you, I'll cherish you, but you put a prominent man in my face? Girl, you're his. Good luck. Don't be coming over here. Don't be coming over here. See, this is the stuff that gets me hot. Because when we tell these stories, or maybe we haven't heard the story, but if you grew up in the church, they're like, oh yeah, whoops, it was the times. No, it undoes what it would feel as a woman to be walking around with your man hand in hand. Hey boo, ooh, let's get some of those. Let's get some of those dates. That's probably what they had as treats, dates. Okay. Oh wait, babe, that guy, just let him know you're my sister. She's like, what? I thought we were just getting dates. I just thought we were going on a little walkie walk and get some dates. And now I got to go be with another man. I can't with these men. I just can't with these men. And guess what? The mess didn't stop there. Isaac and his wife, Rebecca, or his sister, as he calls it, They raised twin boys, but instead of breaking the cycle of dysfunction, they divided the family in two. Isaac loved Esau, the rugged hunter, the man's man. Rebecca loved Jacob, the quieter son, the one who stayed close to home. Mom favored one, dad favored the other. That kind of split doesn't just stay in a family. It becomes betrayal. It becomes manipulation. It becomes brothers tearing each other apart. And once again, this dysfunction rippled forward into the next generation. This is the messy middle, where grace meets chaos and I stop pretending I have it all together. Sometimes it's a story, sometimes it's a confession, sometimes it's just me trying to make sense of the mess. And boy, this family. You got sacrificing, you got throwing your wife under the bus, you got brothers, rivalry. I mean, dang. Am I watching an episode on Netflix? Because I will watch this. But I'd be just eating my popcorn like this, family. But you know what? I bet it's yours. And I bet you it's mine. Well, I know it's mine. Mine is crazy. If we could sit down and have tea, you'd be like, girl, what? How'd you survive? Therapy, medication, and Jesus? Whew, that's what got me through. Okay, so I got a story for y'all. You want to talk about dysfunction? I'm going to share a little bit of mine. So about 10 years ago, I had to have a hysterectomy. Okay. And for those who don't know what a hysterectomy is they take your innards, girl. They take your innards. And you want to know something funny? I'll tell you a little funny part of that. I remember telling my mama, I was like, Mama, I gotta have a hysterectomy, and she said, they're gonna take out your vagina. I said, girl, you've had 4 kids and you don't know what's up in there? Ladies, you gotta know your bodies. Anyway. So I was with that same husband. Yes, I didn't learn my lesson yet, girls. I didn't learn my lesson yet. But they had told me, okay, you're going to have a hysterectomy. And so my son at the time was 2. So he was a toddler. And his dad, my ex-husband, he was still my husband at the time. You know what? He didn't take me to the hospital for giving birth to his child. You think he's going to take me for my hysterectomy? Oh, no. The person that took me, bless her heart, Monica, she was so sweet. She took me, my son's sitter at the time, took me and actually watched our son. His dad didn't watch him. Excuse me, am I going to be inconvenienced to watch my own baby? Anyway, side note. So anyway, she takes me to the hospital to have this surgery. And usually it's outpatient, but he had that good insurance, girls. He had that good insurance. Now, I'm not saying being with a man like that, but I am saying get you a man with a 401k and some good insurance. Okay. So anyway, after the procedure, I came home. Oh, he didn't pick me up either, y'all. He didn't pick me up either. My son's sitter did. And so I was healing, and it's a rough surgery. I didn't realize how rough it is, but it's one of the hardest surgeries a woman can go through. And I have a toddler, and they're like, don't pick anything up. Okay, really? Because my son was obsessed with me. Not anymore. He's 14 and got attitude. Anyway, I missed that little love you, ma. But that ain't him no more. Anyway, this is not my therapy session. So anyway, my husband at the time, I asked him, I said, hey, can you pick that up for me? I don't remember what it was. I don't know if it was a grocery bag or it was something that I couldn't lift because, I just had my freaking insides gutted like a fish. So I can't pick up anything, not even our son. And you know what this fool said to me? Why can't you do it? Excuse me? I said, I just had a hysterectomy. And he said to me, oh, are you ready for it? He had the gall to say, how long are you going to ride that train? Now, y'all know I'm a Christian, but I'm from the south side of the kingdom. And you're going to come with me with this mess and tell me, oh, why can't you pick it up? Fool, they may have took my insides, but they did not take these hands that I could swing with that chocolate. Try me. Oof. Oh. That man. Lord Jesus, what was I doing with that man? And you want to know something? We marry our unfinished business. If we don't deal with our stuff, girls, we marry the ones that we think is comfortable because that's all we know. And until you get the healing and deal with your stuff, it's just going to continue. You deserve better than that. And until you know your worth, you're not going to expect that out of anybody else. Okay? Get yourself right. Focus on getting yourself healthy. If you need some therapy, get it. If you need some medication, get it. Jesus, you'll always need him. Okay? Okay. And that was the messy middle. Isaac's story doesn't hide the mess, the sacrifice that almost happened, the lies that repeated, the favoritism that fractured his family, and yet God didn't cancel the story. He carried his plan through it. Despite deception, despite dysfunction, he brought redemption through this very bloodline, the same line that would one day bring Jesus into the world. And that's the very truth. Our failures don't erase God's rescue. The cycles we can't break on our own don't get the last word. grace does, hope does, redemption does. And next week, the family dysfunction continues. New scandals, new betrayals, same ancient bloodline. Stay curious, stay rooted in truth. And if you've got a story you want my messy thoughts on, send it to me at buriedtruthpod@gmail.com.